here with the incomparable Mr. Chris Viseau.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me again.
The lovely and talented Mr. James Schwartz.
Everybody.
And of course, the one, the only, the GM extraordinaire, Ms. Jo Fallak. And tonight we are back with These Unfathomable Depths, part 4. That's right. Tonight we're back with our Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign. The 3 characters returning from last week to do more killing, more of the same starter house, and
oh shit! I gotta rearrange my notes. I thought we were playing Goats of Saltmarsh.
Oh, you did forgot.
Oh,
That's
no.
the spin-off campaign, Goats of Saltmarsh.
I hope you guys all got
Can
your
we do
cowbells
that?
ready.
Can we please do that?
Yeah, just all the different goats that come out of Saltmarsh when it rains, I guess.
Goats
They're
of
like worms.
Salt Lick?
When it rains, they come out of the ground. That's right. Tonight, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, Part 4. If you have not watched Part 1, 2, or 3,
What are you doing with your life?
what are you doing with your lives? This should be the only important thing going on for you right now. We are so excited to be back. A few quick announcements. Mainly, I want to talk about our internet issues. The truth of the matter is that it's very likely tonight around 8:45 the stream will suddenly stop. That's okay. Just hang out, take a 10-minute break, a bio break as some people call it. Go grab yourself a drink or don't combine those. Don't do a bio break and then drink whatever you're bioing. Just
Pay attention to your family.
Pay attention to your family
let
for
your dog
a brief
outside.
moment, and then come back, refresh, and check it out, because we will be continuing on, starting right back off where we left off. Even if the clock behind me jumps, the story won't really jump that far anyway. So that is warning number 1.
Or the clock wasn't congruent, and I want to say that the game doesn't make sense anymore. So I want to, I'm not enjoying the Victus.
You want your money back? Sure, here's your fucking money back.
Here.
You get nothing back because you gave nothing.
Here.
It's actually funny. I don't know if you're making fun of, but we did get a comment on the last video.
On the last one? Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, they're just asking what did I miss? There's a 20-minute gap at 29 minutes.
Oh.
but it wasn't like mean or anything like that. They just noticed, because this clock, I keep pointing on the wrong shoulder. This clock is there to keep track, so you know if you're missing. If there's substantial cuts to the, and now I jump at like 20 minutes, and I'm like, the end. Anyway,
It's a short game.
So yeah, that's all I want to warn you guys of. This is of course an 18+ show, so be careful of all that fucking shit. And new episodes of Dimension Door and Dice Shame always out. Go check those out. You know the drill. That's it. Should we play?
Let's do it.
Play.
Let's do it.
The adventurer formerly known as Uranographil, Talia, and Rana are standing on the 2nd floor, which is called the 1st floor on our map, of this decrepit, haunted mansion. Having just cleared this 2nd floor, they were attacked by some spiders, and now the 3 of them, well, I guess they just kind of had a little bit of an altercation.
A falling out,
They had
as it were.
There was a party tension.
As
and
Talia walks by Rana, upset.
wiping tears away from her cheeks.
Yeah.
But there are still a couple of rooms that have not fully been investigated. I'm not sure if you recall. But did you guys end up picking up the shiny thing from the fireplace?
Yeah, I think you
I
grabbed it.
I did. I grabbed it, and that's what when the spiders fell from the
Yes.
hell.
That's right, they did. So, did I tell you all about the bauble which you grasped?
No, I just grabbed it, and then I think the spiders came down, and I shoved it in my pocket.
How's everyone doing for health? Just before we get into it, is anyone hurting from last
Great
time?
question.
I have 6 hit points, so I'm down 2, I believe.
You're fine.
According to my character sheet, I have all of my hit points.
I believe it.
Well, I have yours as well.
But I would like to, now that we've kind of patched over this little bit of interpersonal kerfuffle, pull out the bauble, and I would like to inspect it more closely.
You surely may. The
Hooray.
small crystal bauble fits in the palm of your hand. It seems to be a flat-bottomed crystal orb. It's pleasant to look at, satisfying to hold in a tactile way. Ultimately, probably neither particularly valuable nor useful, but it is probably about 5 silvery pieces. 5 silvery pieces worth of monies if you were to sell it somewhere. However, you know, it's like a really, really nice paperweight. It's very shiny and yeah, that's what's up.
Sweet. I love it. I'm in love with this thing.
You got a Silmarillion, maybe.
Ooh.
Probably.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
What's that other thing called? The one that Pippin grabs? The
Scene Stones of
Yeah.
Agmar or something like that.
we just watched it too. The Palantia.
Palantia.
polenta?
Yeah.
I always think of polenta.
Yeah, the polenta.
The polenta. The corn. Cool. And yeah, Talia is, you know, quiet and solemn, and she's gonna walk into this room, not the one with the guy, but the one between, and sort of just take a breather from everybody else. Despite how supportive Urine was, she sort of just wants a moment away, and she's just gonna step into this room and maybe do a perception, maybe take a look around.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
That's a 9 on orange.
Total 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely notice that the floor to the east of where you're standing is not to be stepped on. You previously fell through one hallway last episode and sustained some falling damage, so you wouldn't want to find yourself in that predicament again. Apart from that, this is a largely empty room. The window to your south looks out to the sea.
Harlan, with that perception roll, Joe, did Harlan notice whether the water was coming from the roof, like through the attic?
Yep, that's probably an appropriate guess.
So just so we might want to be careful when we're upstairs, if we get upstairs again.
Double good point. Cool. And there's nothing else in this room. It's just a barren room, minus the floor.
Yeah, I mean, you don't notice anything.
All right. I think I'll just hang out in this room for a minute longer.
Sure. Take your time. Gather your thoughts.
Rana is going to walk by Urine, and he's going to, you know, he obviously looks a little bit busy with thought, right? He's contemplating the altercation that went down, and he's calculating his next move, and I think it's showing on his face. But he's going to walk kind of, you know, slowly to this door, and just kind of lean against it to open up, kind of exhaling as he does so.
Cool. You move into the room?
Yeah.
You're in Ockerfell. What are you going to get up to?
Urine is just kind of like, he has this wonderful glass sort of paperweight back in his pocket, and he's just feeling it. It feels good in his hand, you said. And I think right now he's just kind of holding that because there isn't a lot of good vibe happening right now. I mean, both of my kids are sad, and they're both kind of pouting. They had a fight. So I think Urine is just going to kind of keep an eye on the two whippersnappers and stand in between the doors and just kind of lean against the wall so he can just kind of like look in on either side and just kind of
like
keep track
I
of things.
kind of want like Rana and like Talia to like lean on either side of the wall
Yeah.
and like,
Except
like a
if you-
musical moment. And I like turn around. I'm like, why do I feel so apart? It's like a big swelling musical moment where we're like harmonizing with each other for some reason.
And
Yeah,
then
we're singing on the other
You
side.
both fall through the floor.
Same time.
Yeah, no, I'm chilling there. I'm just like thinking about everything that's going on, testing my little paperweight in my little tiny Nomi hand.
So cute.
Cool.
I love it. Okay.
Does this person still look just bound and.
Oh, they're dead. They've been dead the whole time.
Yeah, actually, he bled out since you guys left him there by himself.
Could you imagine if all this and he was just a body? It was just a dead body. Described.
I'll reread the boxed text for everyone because it's been a week. So in the southeast corner of this decayed bedroom lies a man. He is alive, though bound and gagged. He's clad only in undergarments and appears to have no weapons or equipment on him at all.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go over and do a health check to make sure he's okay. So I'm going to a medicine check, if that's okay.
Yeah, so how intimately are you checking this man's medicine? Do you place a hand on his bare back? Do you call out to him? Do you just approach and look at him from far away? Do you kiss
I look for
his
fires,
forehead?
wires, drugs, thugs, glass.
Bees? Are there bees?
All right, so I'm going to stay probably a little, as I get closer. Well, Joe, like, am I right up on him to begin with to make sure that he's
You tell
carrying
me,
a
my
razor
friend.
blade? I want to start at 10 feet and see if I
He's
see
got a
any-
razor blade. He's dying and he's like, no! Just like,
He's made of rot
11.
grubs.
I got 11 to just perceive any injuries from this distance.
Yeah, you watch. He seems to be kind of twisted facing away from you, so you can't see if he's conscious or unconscious. But his, you can see his ribs from the back expanding and contracting regularly with breathing.
Hello there. Do you need help? My name's Rana. If I can help you, I will.
And he turns on his side a little bit, and you remember, oh, he's gagged. You can see that he's got like a bandana
Answer me.
shoved in his mouth.
Well, if you don't say you want help, I can't help you. So,
Kind of wiggles limply. This guy's exhausted.
oil can.
Yeah.
I walk over and I cut the gag from him.
Okay.
Roll to hit. You miss.
Yeah, you
Dexterity.
slice
Oh
him
no!
ear to ear. You slice the gag away from his mouth, and he grimaces appreciatively but clearly in pain. Thank you, friend. I don't know how long I've been here. What is your name?
My name is Rana. What is yours?
I'm Ned. Thank you. My bonds, and you see that his bonds are cruelly tight. He's probably lost some circulation in his hands. They're kind of a darker color, purplish.
Wait, did you say Ned?
Ned. Poor Ned.
Ned. I
Or
love that.
Ned.
Every D&D
The
is
fantasy
like,
Ned.
I am Farsantatu.
Nope.
And I am Boromir.
His
And I am
name's-
Ned.
Ned Shakeshaft.
Wow, not even a
Oh, there
good
we go.
Nope. He failed. 0 for 2. Poor Ned.
Shakeshaft?
Shake shaft.
I'm writing shape.
Oh, I heard
shaft.
snake shaft, and I was like, oh,
These are all good variations.
I'm Ned Dick Shape. I'm Ned,
Ned Dick
Curved
Panther.
Penis.
Ned Wiener Boy.
I'm Ned Little Weenie.
He sees the merriment dance in your eyes as he tells you his last name.
The merriment dance in his eyes.
Wait till you meet this guy. His name's Urine.
We have
gonna
much
want
to
this
talk about, he and I.
We got to get this shape, shaft, and urine together.
All right. I'm gonna go out on a leap of faith, and I will bind him. I will cut his the bindings of his wrist.
Oh no!
He takes a good
yeah.
minute, sits back against the wall, and starts massaging the feeling back into his limbs. And he's shivering all over. You can see it's cold out, and the wind is whistling through gaps in the wall here and there where the plaster is crumbled.
offer him
and-
some wool socks. I have
Oh,
many.
He puts them all
And
over
if
his
you'd
body.
like these clothes with all these stab marks in them,
Actually, that's a good point. So I think I should say, let me get you something to wear. Stay here, obviously.
I guess
And I walk
Talia.
over.
Thank you.
Talia would hear this from the next door, and there's nothing else in this room. I've spent some time in here just looking around. There's nothing, eh?
You can perform how about a survival check?
Sure. 12.
12. Yeah, that'll do it. As you turn back to the door, the light that's just streaming in through the windows with the early evening drawing on, this low sun illuminates again the dust on the ground here, and you see that unlike a lot of these rooms, there are recent footprints through the dust.
Hello.
There are actually a lot of them.
Hello.
A variety of ages, it looks like, and different people have tracked through this room around the rotted floor and to the window.
Well, that's interesting. I'm gonna do the call to urine. And that's we made that up.
Urine's never heard
Yeah.
this before.
He responds in kind, though. Yes, Talia, what is it? What do you need?
I've just been in here trying to get my head right, and well, look at that. And she points, and there's all these tracks, and then she heads to the window. Just in case something pops out, like centipedes or spiders or snakes or mongooses. Just take a look at me. And she heads to the window and takes a look around, I guess.
Yeah. Did you want to investigate the window?
Yeah. Maybe you should take a look at this window. I got a 6.
All right, I can definitely do that. So I'll go over and I'll stand next to Talia, and I will also investigate the window.
2 investigations.
Ooh, baby, natural 19
Oh,
for
hell yeah.
a 23 investigation check.
You know everything
Wow.
about windows, this one especially.
Oh man, I knew
The
this
well
window
window.
as a sweet babe, and I watched it grow
I
up.
knew it
and
when it was
taught
just
in
sand.
window school.
I used to walk on this sand.
It's not the window pane that attracts your attention so much, Urine,
okay.
as does the window frame. Perhaps it's because you are of a height with the bottom of the window frame, but you detect small scratches on the windowsill. Places where pointed feet of some kind of instrument may have been set repeatedly over time. It looks like scratches or indentations. An instrument is placed here frequently.
A sniper's nest.
Yeah, tripod
Right.
for a
Like
rifle.
Getting out the window.
And I think my mind kind of goes there, right? Because I'm an old astronomer man, so like sextants and compasses and tripods. So I'm like, yeah, I think this used to be some kind of perch for something.
Do any of the instruments we have or things that we picked up look like it'd fit?
No, nothing that you've detected so far. If you put all of the trinkets that you've encountered and you put a sock on the windowsill, no, this doesn't
Talia's
fit.
just putting different things.
That's not
on it.
right.
No.
So it looks like something with 2 legs was perched in this window.
Yeah, and roll insight for me.
Everybody?
Either of you, doesn't matter. Anyone in the room who's investigating
17.
this. It occurs to you that this window has the best view of all of them that you've seen so far, least obscured by foliage from the outside, clearest view to the sea.
To the sea.
Yes.
Well, interesting. And Talia says, so I wonder if maybe a telescope was here and would watch for people coming back to land. I mean, if this is a hideout of sorts for bandits or the like, and based on our friend next door, I'm sure someone was occupying this place, then maybe this was just a little bit of a lookout. And there's nothing hidden in the door jamb or anything. Nothing.
No, doesn't seem to be.
All right, well, let's keep an eye on this. And I can't line up where it's looking without the instrument, correct?
No.
Okay. Well, let's keep an eye on it, and maybe you tell Rana about it. I'm still mad at him. And she sort of puts her head up. And then
I would like to come into the room and look at Talia and Urine. I say, the man next door, he's shivering. Do you guys have anything he can wear?
Well,
I don't
clothes.
think I have anything in his size.
Those clothes that I deftly searched through in the other room spare a few holes, but they would probably fit on him.
I'm sure they'd be better than nothing.
It was for a presenting male, the clothes. So if he's presenting male, presumably they would fit. Even if he wasn't actually fit.
He's presenting too much of his male right
He's
now.
presenting too much of his malehood.
He's overly presenting.
Very good.
I think that would be fine, Talia. Thank you.
Cool. So you
I'm
go.
not getting them for you. You want me to go get them?
Well,
Since he's so good at
yeah.
going through your bag.
Ooh, low. I was trying to find a health potion. All right, I'm gonna walk over and put my hand out to gesture to have the clothes.
I think Urine is gonna go ahead and just make his way out and give them a moment and not have them feel like, as someone so eloquently put it in chat, Dad is watching them. let them be adults and not feel like they have to act a certain way because I'm there. I'm gonna go hang out with Ned.
I'm like,
Ned,
no,
go.
You don't have to go. Urine. Please stay with us.
Well, Talia's just like, well, I don't have the clothes. I stabbed them and left them in the room. Remember, I didn't carry them. I didn't know.
I honestly them. So
I might have. I don't think I did. No,
okay.
I think there's still.
You have the cloak. That's right. You have the cloak.
Yes, the gooey
The
dead
mold
monster cloak. Yeah.
But you don't want to give that up.
Do you want me to give my cloak up? Would you go get the clothes in the other room? What is with you? And she'll like push past him and like, I'll get it myself then. And she'll go get the thing. Why would I take my cloak off? No, she'll go back and get the other clothes then.
Perfect.
Because there's just two rooms away. Is Rana really not going to get them? It's too far. Like,
oh no, I honestly thought you had it.
No, I don't. But fine, Tyler,
I can
will
go
get them. All right, yes, go get them. I'd like to talk to this man, and I'll go into the room with Urine as well, and just come in like.
And I think Urine walks in and he goes over to Ned, and I take it Ned's just kind of like leaning in the corner, kind of just like breathing.
Yeah,
trying to exist.
He's looking at you guys with a little bit of distrust, maybe playing across his face. So,
cool.
Who are you?
Urine goes in and he sits down next to him, super casual like, and leans against the wall. My name is Urinographil, and we're here to kill ghosts, I think.
Damn, that sounds cool.
Right? It's pretty exciting. I'm an old fella, but this is a new part of my life, and I'm glad you could be here for it. Why are you here?
Well, I mean, sounds like much the same as you, frankly. I'm an adventurer.
Came to kill ghosts?
Well,
neato.
That was kind of my whole idea, but I never quite made it there. See, I'm from Seaton, and you guys know Seaton is kind of not terribly close by, but it's one of the nearer, larger cities. Or I guess rather large towns. I was headed to Saltmarsh to look for my fortune, maybe make my way onto a ship, find a living as a sailor or as an adventurer, honestly. So I didn't realize that I would end up here.
What made you come to this abandoned place?
Well, I was on the road, and it was coming up on nightfall, and it's a bad idea. Even novice adventurers know to camp beside a road that you're not familiar with. So I came up here and made my way in through the back door. Unfortunately.
And then stripped off all of your clothes and tied yourself up.
Classic.
If only that were the truth. And he rubs the back of his head, and you see that there's some blood crusted there.
Well, while they're talking, I want to get down and try to help put the clothes on him, like give it to him.
Like a toddler.
If he needs help on. Well, if he needs,
he's
help, because
he's like talking so seriously, he's like lying down, like lifting one of his legs. He's like, then I came in here. He's just like
I wiped
tucking them on.
But he accidentally keeps putting the one leg in with his other leg into the same pant.
He's
like,
not helping at all. He's just like staying there and like talking. And then he like looks at you like annoyed because you're not getting him dressed. He's like,
3-year-olds.
I think we know that feeling far too much.
Yeah, the three of us do.
I'm gonna obviously assist him if he needs it in like getting his shirt on and things like that. He might be
No, it's
severely
good.
wounded.
He's not severely wounded, but yeah, as you help pass the shirt over his head, you see that he does have kind of a nasty looking raised gash on the back of his head, and he tells you, I'd only reached the kitchen when I was attacked from behind and knocked unconscious by some vagabond or another. I must have been stripped of my possessions and left up here, and I came to only a few hours ago. I was scared to call out because I wasn't sure who I heard knocking around the house, but it seems to have been you. Though, I did hear curious moaning in the night.
Nice. Listen, did you not see anybody? You didn't know who put you up here, or you just woke up here alone?
That's right.
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure, yeah.
Make sure this fuck's not being a fuck. Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
I believe him.
And he nods as you help him into his clothes, Rana. Yes, these are my clothes, though they seem to have been sabotaged by some cruel, knife-wielding maniac.
I wouldn't call myself a maniac, but I can be cool.
Well, I was gonna try and cover for you there, but you dug yourself a hole on that one.
I don't think it should be
No, that's fine.
Like, yep.
All right.
Go fuck yourself. You're gonna be a prick. We're saving your life.
Well, I mean, now that you're here, I wouldn't mind joining forces, as it were.
Are you like an NPC? Can you be used?
I do have capabilities, though I'm unarmed right now.
I think we'll need to talk amongst ourselves just to make sure that we have enough spare weapons. And I kind of give an eye to Urine and an eye to Rana and be like, let's talk outside for a moment. Please just give us a moment. Acquaint yourself. Use the bathroom. I'm sure
he sits on the window ledge and just starts kicking his legs like a 3-year-old.
And on the way out, can I just give a look at that fireplace? Since
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I doubt, because this is the room they left him in, that there's anything in here. But I'll just do a quick.
Yeah, go for it.
8.
Yeah, you don't see anything cool.
And then I'll wait for the others outside just to have a quick team discussion. Powwow.
Well, then I will move out there too.
Yes, we all reconvene in the hallway, just like high school.
They can't hear us out here. It's completely... Anyway. Look, I couldn't tell if he was lying. He seemed like he was legitimate, but we don't know what's going on in this house. And, I mean, I'm not someone to believe that someone is going to be evil. That wasn't meant to be targeted, but it sounded very targeted about what just happened. But I want to believe the best in him. What kind of vibe do you guys get?
Well, it's not like he had a skull in his bag. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just bantering back and forth. I say no. I think he's obviously a victim. I think we should. Maybe we don't need him. He's not in much shape right now to help us. I don't think. Perhaps we should just let him be and continue on our way, because we don't know him, like you said.
Perhaps we should just send him back to the village with some food and safety. Urine, what do you think?
Well, I think that at the very least we should at least give him something to defend himself. This place is fucking horrible, and it has all kinds of creepy crawlies, and I don't know if I could defeat one with my bare hands.
No,
I have the short sword I think we got from downstairs.
We got a long sword, but I think you took it.
Long
so whatever
sword.
you had, you could.
But I would have an extra long sword then, so I would have that rusty long sword I could offer.
Well, all I mean to say is this: if we didn't want him with us, then we should send him back to Saltmarsh, and we can just walk him to the front door and let him go. I mean, he's not going to get in a fight on the way back. It's a 10-minute walk to town, probably. However,
it's a couple of hours at least.
Okay, well, never mind. But I do think one of the questions that I'm curious about is mechanically, what is this? Is this like an NPC that would help us? Or?
Yeah. So he would like to be released and to join the characters in their mission.
Okay. So he's got like a stat block and everything.
Yep.
Cool. All right, then I say let's let him help. realistically, we're an undervalued party for this adventure. There's 3 of us. It's probably written for 5. So let's take all the hands we can take.
Yeah, I think at least let him pal around with us, and if he dies, well, that's on him.
Yeah. I'm happy to.
All right.
I do think that if he is going to stay in or around this place, the safest place to be is next to us.
Well, furthermore, you got plate armor, Rana. What was your original armor?
I have chainmail.
So you could give the chainmail to him temporarily, and then that way
We
he
should
would have
also probably figure out like what he is,
armor. Yeah, what race is he?
adventurer wise. Well, he's
I'm a
half elf.
cheesemaker.
Oh, half-
Cheesemaker.
Did I say
He
half
is
elf?
half elf. I have half elf in my notes, I think, or I'm misremembering. He has
Could be
pointy ears on his little token.
Yeah, it could be the picture.
I just chose a random dude for that.
Cool. Well, his name is Ned. He's probably a human.
I think he's a
probably
human.
the most
I
basic
am
of
Ned, the
humans.
high elf.
He
is.
has a bowl cut, and he's wearing knickerbockers.
And
Yep.
he can only say his name. Ned.
He
Ned.
is a human.
Okay,
He's
Ned is
he's
human.
got abilities
Ned.
for short sword and hand crossbow, but neither of those pieces of equipment. So I can easily revamp him to have a long sword if that's what you want to give him.
Yes, and chainmail, because we want to make him at the very least, let him absorb some damage before dying.
Yeah. What's the minimum strength that you need for chainmail? Is there a minimum?
Let's see.
Chris, tell me all about that armor. Tell me all
Oh,
about
like
that
I
armor.
remember the minimum.
Yeah, let me check.
strength.
Chainmail, it has disadvantage, AC 16. Suit includes gauntlets. It doesn't say on the write-up.
Cool. Well, we'll just say that he can use it for now. He's not a strong boy, so
Chainmail is heavy armor.
Strength is 13.
I don't think he can't wear that.
Well,
He's not beefy enough.
he's not. I don't think he'd be proficient with it.
Yeah, but if the minimum strength is 13, he doesn't have that. Yeah. But he thanks you for your generosity.
No one.
Do
has
we,
backup armor.
Do we think he needs healing, Joe?
Nope, he's good. He's just got banged up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, sweet.
And we didn't see any extra armor or anything. Oh, there was an extra shield. Let's give him the shield at least.
Is there an extra shield?
Yeah, I took it, and you were like, you can't use it, and I was like, okay, but I'll take it anyway. So
Oh, hell yeah.
we'll give
Yeah,
him the
this guy
shield.
can use a shield.
Perfect. +2 to his AC.
Cool.
Done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Where did you get this?
Well, we took it off a dead body, probably.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Looting the bodies.
Dead
That's
bodies are amazing. And she
Classic.
does like a big gloaty smile to Rana. See?
I've got so much to learn. This is awesome.
I like this
do you guys
guy.
have like
He's got spunk.
Do you have like a team slogan or a chant
Where
or
does
something?
he have spunk? We should
Oh,
get that cleaned up.
This is so embarrassing.
I was really
I
bored here.
prestidigitate it clean.
I had some dreams.
Cool. All right. So it looks like the next step. Well, we fill him in and blah blah blah.
Cool.
We don't have a team motto yet. We're still trying to figure out if we're a team. We'll see how it goes. The attic is a place that we wanted to check.
Yes, I need to go and stack some crates and buckets and stuff.
Well, I just wanted to pick his brain and see if there was anything that maybe he heard or could reveal about his time here. Ultimately, he's the person who's been here the longest, so maybe he's got some sort of information that could be beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I heard some kind of scary sounds in the middle of the night. What is your mission here? Like, why are you guys just happened upon this place too? Or you said you like filled him in on the whole thing.
Father Oris from Saltmarsh said that this is an old alchemy building. The alchemist used to live here, and he hired us to come and clear it out. And he basically said we can keep everything in here.
And
That's
you guys...
we get to keep you.
Whoa, dang. I've never been a slave before.
Get
Oh
ready.
no, not like that. Not like that at all. But
Oh, like a family.
Not like Casper wants to keep Cat in the movie Casper.
I've never seen Casper.
Well, he says, "Can I keep you?" And it's really weird.
it is very weird.
I hate
Said
all
one
of
child
this.
to the other, "Can I keep you?"
Yes, it's very weird. Ghost child.
Well, I mean, are you done figuring out whether... did you rid the place of the haunting?
No, does it look like
Nope.
it? No, we're on the first floor.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, would they know? Can we just go back and claim the reward?
Listen here, Neddy. We're not the kind of people to go into a place, say we done a job when we didn't do a job, and then take the money. That's
okay.
not us.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what the sort of rules are for the adventure.
Rule number 1.
Do the adventure.
There are snakes.
Yes.
Rule
Duly
number 2 to the
noted.
adventure.
That's actually
Ned,
one of the
let's
rules.
teach you about the hierarchy of monsters.
He starts to like swing the sword around. Hua,
Snakes.
hua.
Snakes were on the top, but they got superseded by
Centipedes?
Centipedes.
centipedes.
Snakes with legs.
Snake.
Snake with legs.
Those may also include dragons and big lizards.
Do. The way it said it. Things might also include. It's like a drug ad. Anyway, let's head to the attic.
Cool.
And I will help Urine stack some crates.
Yeah, I believe there was talk of Uranographil's mechanical abilities and how he was able to assess the properest way
Yeah,
to
and I'm just
build a
going to
I
be.
want
new
to
staircase.
reach for the same crate as Talia, and our hands touch by accident, and then I pull away, and I go and get a different crate. And I
It's so
go,
dramatic.
Yeah, and Talia does the same thing.
I'll just get a different one. I don't want that one anyways.
And Talia, but Talia doesn't even notice. She's like, "What? Yes, goodbye." And then Ned looks and he's like, "What happened? We used to be friends a long time ago, and we had a falling out a long time
A
ago.
long time ago, we've known each other.
And a long
like
time ago, we had a
17
falling out, and it's been a long time since then."
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, for some reason, the module doesn't give us a map for the upstairs, but I thought it'd be fun, so I built a new map.
Oh,
Joe!
That is fun.
Joe!
Just
Guys, she made us a map!
to scroll a
She made
little
a map
bit to the right.
Look at it!
it's the
Look
best.
how big it is!
It's so
It's
big and
so
boxy.
symmetrical. I
There's-
really appreciate that.
There's no wall in the middle. I just didn't want to draw a polygon. I just wanted to do 2 rectangles. So
And you
ignore
couldn't
that
delete
middle
it.
part.
I got it. Here,
Perfect.
let me make
Thank
it
you.
crystal so that the viewers at home know.
Oh yeah.
My goodness, this is a fantastic set of rectangles.
Thanks,
you did
Harlan.
a great job.
Well, you know,
Look at that polygon.
the stuff I do for you guys. I really make effort here.
All right.
Yes. So with the 4 of you all working together in a fun little montage, you drag pieces of broken furniture and planks from the floors and shit all together, and you form some sort of rickety ladder.
Rickety.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
sorry.
This is the most secure thing this gnome has ever built.
More or less rickety.
Still the most secure thing I've ever built.
And you head up
I
into
thought
the
you were a
attic.
dwarf. I'm just realizing right now.
I would have
You're
been
not a
way
dwarf at
more
all.
racist towards
By
you
your
if I knew you were a
craftsmanship.
gnome. Cool. So you head upstairs, and I have indicated the new staircase that you've built over on the
Beautiful.
right-hand map.
I guess.
Aha!
So you head up through the gaping hole in the floor using your new staircase.
This hole is so gaping.
It's totally gaped. There are grimy cobwebs on the walls and ceiling, and the floor is covered with broken furniture and other rubbish. Several holes in the roof allow dim light of the early evening to enter this large room that extends the length of the house. 2 large sacks lie heaped in the northwest corner.
Ned, let me ask you a question. Did you hear anything moving on the floor above you?
No, nothing specific, I don't think.
Did you hear anything?
I was pretty
slither?
unconscious a lot of the time, so
Was there any slithering or tiny little legs?
he turns to you with a face that has gone ashen pale. There might have been.
All right. The toughest enemy known to man is up here. Let's be careful. And I'll pick up like something like a piece of wood and just chuck it into the center of the room.
Cool.
Ooh, yes.
We all like
yes.
duck to cover, expecting Just a horrible.
I can land to explode.
For the centipedes to be like, like grab it midair.
I tear it to pieces. No, nothing happens. I
Just
drew
land.
some sacks though for you.
Ooh, do they look mildewy?
Let's see. Oh,
Would
look
you
at
like
them.
to know? You gotta get
I would
close
love to know. Okay,
in order
I will
to figure out how mildewy
I will.
they are.
I will trepidatiously work my way forward slowly, keeping an eye out for any baddies or booby traps or no-nos.
You do so.
I do so.
Why don't you roll perception for me?
I would, Joe. I would love to. I would love to
you.
do that role which you just told me, and I'm not procrastinating because I need to look it up. It's a 17.
Hey, you do great.
I put the sacks in a sack.
You have to get over there first.
Sack.
As you move through this attic, you are able to perceive that these sacks are not as mildewy as the previous sacks that you had seen before.
Well, I don't think they're socks.
If those socks aren't socks, then they could be sacked sacks, which means we need to make sure the sacks are sacked. Or socks.
As you move into the middle of the room, Uranographil, you hear a noise.
Fuck.
First, you're not sure whether it's the wind whistling through the rafters or maybe some sound that you're inventing from a past lifetime containing who knows what histories. But then it reaches your ears, this sound, and
Right.
the rafters shudder as 5 creatures launch themselves down at you. However, you are not surprised to know you are too perceptious. Roll for initiative. Roll.
Thank you.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Perceptious!
That's my new word.
Perceptionist. The perceptionist, yes.
Joe, I rolled a 16.
Oh.
I rolled a 6.
I also rolled a 6.
What are they? Mosquitoes?
Oh, I'll tell you in a second. Rana and Urine, who wants to go first?
I'll go.
I'm sorry, Talia and Urine.
Urine, you can go first. I think I went first last
Thank you.
time.
I would love to go first.
Yeah, you're actually in a better position to go first. Yeah.
Lovely. Rana, you watch as these creatures launch themselves from the rafters down at your friend Urine. Oh, I should probably put motherfucker on the board too, hey?
Yeah, get
Ned,
motherfucker up
get
here.
in there.
Ned
Earn
snake
your
dick
keep.
motherfucker.
Earn it.
Ned.
Earn your survival.
Oh, he rolled a 17. Hell yeah. Ned goes
Get it,
first.
Ned.
Ned,
shield, meat
you
shield.
watch.
Ned.
So Ned and Rana watch as these creatures launch themselves down out of the rafters at Urine and circle his tiny body. These creatures look kind of like flesh-colored bats. They have some patches of fur and long proboscis type sucker parts. They sound like mosquitoes. They look a little bit like voles
Skin butterflies.
Skin butterflies,
Ew.
yes. But unfortunately, they look like they are thirsty for gnome blood.
Thank God Rana and I aren't gnomes.
We're safe.
They got what they want. Everyone run. They'll let the rest of us walk past to the non-mildewy sacks.
Mission completed.
All right, so is Ned going first?
Ned's gonna go first, but
Get him, Ned.
prior to Ned's turn, I must place these creatures on the map.
Right. Let's see where they are. Watch
it
them
would
be
just
giant. They're gonna be
Take me one moment.
They're gonna be like giants.
Yeah, they're like
This is a stone giant, and it's got 6 friends, and he's just hanging out in the attic.
why?
The attic is the most well-constructed part of this building, able to hold stone. I'm going to, in the meantime, Google skin butterfly and
You
hope for the
can't.
best.
You can't
It's
do
gonna be a
it.
picture of a penis.
No, I just want to Google skin butterfly and see what happens. Although this is my work computer, so maybe I should.
Yeah, don't do that. You're gonna get penis pictures. I wonder if you should jump through the soggy floor.
It's a good idea.
I mean, it's probably not a good idea.
That's
but
a
it's a
wonderful
good
idea.
It's a good emergency escape.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get out of this situation and
then-
into a
I
worse
am
one.
now in the basement.
Throw a foam grenade below yourself and then land
There
in
you go.
soft foam.
There we go.
All
They're
right.
tiny.
They are.
Good. Yes. Good. Perfect. Joe. I get to go before them, right?
Yeah, you do. All right.
It was their turn to move, right?
So it's Ned's turn. Ned is going to move. He only has a long sword, so he's got to get right up on these
Oh,
fools.
I thought you said he had a cross. Oh, he didn't have a crossbow.
He doesn't have one, but he's able to use one if he did have
I
one.
see. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
So
sorry.
Ned's got to get up the stairs. 5, 10,
So
and then say again, Chris.
Sorry.
Oh.
He just, I don't know.
Don't be silly.
I'm back with us. It was all stuttery. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Um.
No. You don't want to Google butterfly skin. It's like a skin condition.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not.
So Ned runs up the stairs and gets right beside Urinographil and turns and nods at you, Urine. And that's his whole turn.
Ned doing what Ned does.
Rana, what do you do?
I'm glad we brought him. I will do thusly, and I will run as fast as I can. Can I do double speed? Is that what you said?
Double speed. That's a D&D thing.
2,
You
3,
can
4,
you can
5,
use your
6.
action to move as well if you like in order to take the
Yeah,
dash
double
action.
speed.
I think
Yeah.
it's called double speed. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I will stand there and look staunch.
Staunch. Cool. That's an action, so you can't. Just kidding. It's the creature's turns. This is gonna get bad pretty fast.
Uh-oh.
Great.
Yeah. So these creatures are gonna try to suck your blood.
Uh-oh.
Yep, that makes sense.
Urine. So.
Yep, suck the urine blood. I get it.
Suck my bloody urine.
Ew.
Oh.
So you're nearly surrounded. Thanks to your new friend, they're not all going to attack you, but 3 of them will.
Oof.
Great.
Yep. So here's the first hit. That's
That's
11.
That misses.
1 miss. Second is an 8. Ooh.
That's 2 misses.
You
That's
might
2
survive this one.
misses. I might.
That's an 18.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah. So you take 5 piercing damage,
That's a lot of damage.
and the creature attaches to your body.
That's
and-
disgusting.
Its little clawed insectoid / mammalian hands just grab onto your tiny gnomish flank, and it inserts its proboscis, its dagger-like nose and mouth parts into your body, and it just starts
Ew.
sucking up all of your juices and fluids.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Oh,
so it's
boy.
attached to you. The other 2 fly around Ned.
Distract them, Ned.
Sweet Ned. What's Ned's AC? Let's find out. Oh, he's got a +2 because of his shield. So he's got a shield. He's trying to bounce these creatures off a shield. Oh, Ned's going to have a real hard time with that one. Okay, 1 hits and 1 misses thanks to the shield. Ned.
Do your thing, Ned, the farmer.
So 1 hits and deals unto Ned 6 piercing damage. And it is attached to his body.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, Urine, it's your turn.
Great.
What do you do?
Are you sure you want to go first? Because I could peg the one on you, and then that would maybe give you freedom of movement. I don't know what kind of restrictions.
Either. I don't know. I feel like we've already decided, so we should stick with it.
Okay.
I agree.
And how hardy is Ned? How hardy does Ned look? Does he look like a healthy boy?
Ned looks pretty good, actually.
Like, just overall, he looks like a healthy boy?
He looks like a healthy boy. He looks like he's full of juice. He's got juice to spare.
Cool. Urine's gonna fucking panic.
Yeah, I can see that.
And Urine would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
Yes, I do that. Since I am surrounded and attached, do I have to roll something? Is there such a thing as like a caster check or something?
No, okay, so
Okay.
you could potentially have to roll a concentration check if your spell has a casting time with concentration involved. It could be denoted with a C, which means it's like an ongoing spell that if you take damage, you have to make a check. Otherwise, if you're making a ranged spell attack and you're in melee range with your target, that's going to be at a disadvantage. Otherwise, you're pretty good.
I think I'm good then. I'm
There's
going to
no
go
like
ahead
melee spell casting type stuff.
Yeah, okay, dope. I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to burn my only level 1 spell.
Do it.
For the moment, and I'll cast Arms of Hadar. So I think Urine...
Great call.
So I think Urine just kind of like, he gets stuck with this proboscis, and
Probiotic.
More
the
vowels,
probiotic. Probiobidiac.
Yep.
Good.
And he's gonna like kind of like he's gonna like visually react to it. And then he's just gonna have like this surge of energy flow through him. And I think he has a little bit of like a teal green foam that starts to emanate. Oh, fuck. Ouch. I tried.
You okay?
Panic in real life. What happened?
I panicked in real life trying to get a mosquito, and I spilled all of my drink on my lap.
No.
Yeah, it's bad and cold, and I'm wet. Anyway, speaking of bad and cold and wet,
I have this feeling you're going to magically get another drink in probably like 5 minutes somehow.
Some wonderful woman out
and change his pants. All right, do your turn, then you can change your pants. Go.
Yeah. So Urine is going to have like kind of this teal green foam start to like kind of drip out of his mouth. And if you could see his eyes in this dimness, maybe some of the late evening sun or something comes in and it shines, and you can just kind of see like his eyes are kind of streaming some water. And all of that kind of coalesce as there's kind of like whoosh of energy just spirals out from all around him as these tendrils of etherealness just shoot out in all directions, which is pretty cool. I need for the people things, to the fly persons, and also everyone who's within 10 feet of me in any direction.
Oh, Rana.
Yeah, no, it's bad. And I need them to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Hi.
Is your DC 13?
Probably. I don't know.
What are you doing to us there, James?
This is the kind of thing that Chris would do, so I'm really excited because I know Chris
I don't
isn't
like
bummed out
my own
either.
comeuppance.
My spell bonus is +4. I don't know how to calculate my save though.
Your spell save DC is 10. It's 8 plus your proficiency bonus, so that's 2, so it's 10.
Okay.
Plus
10.
your spell modifier.
Okay, so then it's 14. DC 14.
14. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, Ned fails.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's okay. Yep. Then I'm going to roll individually for each of these mosquito beasts. 1 fail, 1 success. So that's going to be the one. I'm going clockwise from Ned around. So, sorry, counterclockwise from. I'm going from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So fail, success. Success, fail. Fail. Fail, success, success, fail, fail. So these two dudes, the ones that are just to the south and southwest of you, they succeed, but the other 3 fail.
Okay. And Rana needs to make one too, because Rana's within 10 feet.
I failed. I rolled a 13.
Okay, perfect.
Bummer.
So on a failed save, we are going to inflict 2d6 necrotic damage.
And they can't take reactions.
What happens
on a
anyone
successful save?
Half damage.
Okay. Roll that damage real quick.
5.
That's the total?
That's the total.
Okay. And as these terrifying tendrils bust up out of these floorboards, I'm picturing splintered wood flying everywhere. These are somehow visceral and illusory at the same time, and they just like swat and splat all of these mosquito creatures in explosions of blood, yours and Ned's mostly, and they murder them all.
All of them?
Yay!
Whoa!
Urine did a good.
Well done, my friend.
Wow. They only had 5 hit points each?
Less than that.
Oh, wow.
But you really don't want to get hit by them more than once because they auto hit once they attach to you. They don't have to roll to hit anymore, so
Yeah,
they
that
just
makes
continue
sense.
draining blood.
Wow. Great use of Arms of Hadar.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
well done.
Thank you.
You guys all
And Ned dies.
And Ned dies, and we kill
No,
Ned.
Ned's good.
I was just waiting to be like, yeah, and then Ned died.
And Ned's dead. Sorry, guys.
Like, no!
Ned.
He's like breathing heavy and he's looking around terrified and he's like trying to
I'm in
like
the wrong party.
get away from these grasping tendrils. But
I mean, it's a scary spell.
it's a terrifying
dark. It's
spell.
darker than a skull in a bag.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rana, how do you
You're
feel?
right.
about
Rana.
this?
Oh, man.
I mean, you
Thank for
just
bringing that to
felt
my
the
attention.
life get ripped out of you by ghost tentacles.
And not to mention the gnome hits you too, right?
I hit everyone. Like
Be
he
careful
sees
who
me
you
hit
trust.
him and Ned, and I kill all the sploops, but
And then everyone feels a little bit like
in the bar.
fucking
Seems so nice in the bar.
spooky, weird, these unfathomable depths version of like a Sailor Moon because everyone levels up.
Oh, nice.
I'm imagining you all like lift off of the floor and this weird sea foam tentacles all around you guys, and you're all like da-na-na-na, or
So
whatever.
here's 2 questions. Number
Yeah.
1, James, do you want to go change your pants or something?
I would love to go change my pants.
I'm sure
Perfect.
you would.
And then number 2, should we do a long rest up here to level up?
Well, that's the thing. So you don't actually technically level until you rest.
I
So-
think we should just do a long rest up here.
I'm happy with that.
Nice
That's an
coming
hour,
in.
right?
In it,
No,
it's
no,
8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours. Oh,
Yeah, you guys are sleeping
Whatever.
the
It's
night.
in a dungeon, but honestly, I don't think we're gonna leave, and we need to level up. So let's just role play that. Talia walks up, and she's like, oh, "I'm pretty beat, and great fucking job. That was some creepy ass shit." And she kind of eyes Rana for Rana's reaction to what the hell just happened.
Yeah, Rana's nose is bleeding as like there's like a piece of like splinters of wood like lodged in his cheeks. I was trying to help you. You didn't need my help. You did not need my help.
I'm quite sorry about that. And he's like wiping foam out of his mouth and like kind of drying his eyes. He takes off his little his toque.
Yes.
Yeah,
You did it.
And he's
Bilingual.
wiping the water off of his eyes and everything. He's like, that's never happened before. I'm sorry about that, Ned, Rana. I didn't.
Ned's actually like kind of scrabbling away from you. He's like on all fours on his butt and just kind of like moving backwards and it's like sliding a little bit on the blood that's on the ground and kind of bumping up against various pieces of rubble and boxes and shit. And he's just like, what the fuck was that, man?
I am not entirely sure. That's never happened before. Like I said, I don't. That was weird.
Would I actually get the impression that it's some sort of like dark ass magic? Like there's some things going on there that might be
How
pretty
much do you know
scary.
about dark magic?
No, I'm a level 1, so very little.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's fair to say it's spookier than a skull, not to make it a whole thing, but I do think it is.
All right, let's
That
let
being
James
said,
go and
yeah,
change
Talia-
his pants.
Talia walks
if
by.
you guys want to keep going, Urine is gonna go. I'm sorry.
you know what
I
we'll do?
need a minute.
We're gonna search the sacks and then we're gonna sleep. So
Cool.
Yeah, Urine's gonna saunter off, and James is gonna go change his pants.
maybe Urine's gonna change his pants too.
You never know.
Maybe it was a different kind of explosion.
Surely never do.
In the meantime, Talia sort of eyes them. She's not as worried about it because she kind of is cool with that dark shit. And then she kind of like, and then walks over to the sacks, and would poke through them,
Cool.
assuming it's not going to be a combat. It's not going to be a sack full of centipedes.
Yeah.
Centipede sack.
You know me too well. No, you know this adventure too well. But unfortunately, there are no centipedes in these sacks. Or fortunately, I guess, depending on your opinion of fortune.
I'm bummed out.
You find some old clothing and rags. How thoroughly are you searching these sacks?
Very.
Are you like, oh, rags, and then you...
No, I'm like, might as well search the fuck out of these. I'm going to search... Look, we're doing 8 hours. I'm not going to sleep for another hour. I'm going to search everywhere up here.
Sure, yeah. So the sacks contain old clothing and rags. However, as you sift through the remainder of the rubbish in this attic, you discover a porcelain doll, costumed to look like a sailor.
I take it. It's
The
beautiful.
doll's eyes are made from 2 pieces of jade worth 10 gold each.
So
if you want to pluck out this doll's eyes, then you can have some jade.
Talia sleeps with it first.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then we'll take a long rest. I think we'll get our bedrolls out. How's Rana
Joe, well,
acting?
I wanted to go. What kind of roof is it? Is it like rafters and like pieces of board?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
there's
go
some
over to
holes in it, but
I want to go to the south wall where, they were exploring the tripod or something that was there on the windowsill. And I want to just peek out the window to see if I have a better view from this height. Maybe there's something that I can see in the distance.
you just see the sun setting over undulating waves of the ocean that you used to call your home.
Pains of longing.
It's beautiful, but you don't see anything interesting.
Okay. And I will find a cozy spot to sleep.
You do so.
I think Talia will sleep on the sacks of rags. Oh, James, we found nothing but one doll with 2 gold eyes worth 20 gold
Jade
pieces.
eyes.
Doesn't matter. It's 20 gold pieces for a doll.
Callous.
Yeah. It's a doll.
Cool. Very cool. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Talia loves it.
Found.
Harlan sees it as money and only money. And I think we all sleep. And I'm thinking it's like 4 or something, right? So we should get up at like midnight and do the rest of the house at midnight. Like make it a spooky house crawl. I'd be excited to do that, rather than wait till dawn's early light.
You guys want to do nighttime?
Yeah. 8 plus
I'm
4
happy with
is
that.
midnight.
Joe's like, fine. Everything else is back to the regular level of difficulty. It's nighttime, demons. Time to die.
Well, consider this, Talia. You can't see in the dark. So you're going to have to carry torches around.
But
Well-
we're going into the basement anyway,
Yeah, that's the last place we have, and it's going to be dark anyway.
is my logic.
Your call entirely.
Well, I see it. There's one of 2 ways. Either there's light down there because they're lighting fires, but that's regardless of time, or they're the worst bandits in the world because who would have windows to a secret lair hidden behind a fireplace?
Skylight.
So,
Skylights are beautiful.
that's what I mean. Sky. Could you imagine though? Like, this could be the most secret lair. I want big skylights right here. Get all that natural light pouring in. People are just walking by being like, "Is that a bandit lair?"
Like maybe whoever's in the basement comes out at night. I think we're kind of fucked either way, like meta-wise, because they've captured someone, so they're going to want to go and check on him if they come out. And he's not going to be there, so we've been alerted.
That's an interesting point.
But we shouldn't probably go now because I just burned my spell. My one good level 1 spell.
And I wanted to
Rana,
say,
I'm pretty sure, is
James,
out of hills.
Congratulations on holding onto that fucking spell slot this
Yeah.
whole
Thank
time.
you.
That's
an
epic.
achievement. And not to mention,
You unlock an achievement.
I know you were debating Hadar, and I was kind of down on it, and I'm so glad you took it because that saved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I wasn't down
I
on it.
figured
I was
it
just
would
like,
be.
it's probably not gonna come in handy, and I was so wrong. So
Yeah, no, it was a fun one. I like it. It's all tentacle-y, which I enjoy. But and on the other hand, it's like, well, do we want to go explore when we're hurt and down?
No, we
and
can't.
Low on resources.
put
we
it
don't.
this way,
So it's like
we have to long rest. So
Yeah.
the point is moot, unfortunately. Unless the only thing we could do is try to think of a way to make it seem like there's still a guy in that room. But that's I can't think of an. Can you press?
I can't either. And like in my brain, I think it makes more sense to like get up at midnight and do it at night than to rest for 8 hours, get up at midnight, and wait another like 6 hours for the sun to come up.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So
The only problem with this is if we it sounds like it's gonna be okay, but if we all slept at the same time for the 8 hours, then we're kind of vulnerable. Does someone need less sleep
Ned.
that we can do? Oh yeah, Ned's
He was
fine.
sleeping the whole time.
He's got 5 hit points down. That's
Ned,
fine.
you stay awake. Keep us alerted. Good fucking luck.
We all wake up without. Yeah, internal organs are
For
missing.
real
'cause
though,
Ned
that
was
guy's
our
probably
harvester.
been doing nothing but sleeping. Lazy bones.
I mean, he took the most damage out of everyone in that encounter, but it's fine.
He'll still rest. He'll do a short rest.
You want him to roll hit dice?
Sure.
Sure. It doesn't matter. Ned keeps watch over the flocks by night, and lo, the angel of the Lord appeared. So the angel of the Lord, you're like
Swatting away these
get away from here.
god visions of yours.
The cherubs and shit.
Yeah, get out.
So you guys wake up.
I
Ned.
thought it was another mosquito.
So Ned rouses you all from your sleep just after midnight, and you guys are feeling newly enervated with power.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you guys get at level 2? This is so
Talia's
exciting.
been cuddling the skull, and
Yeah.
she's like talking to it in her sleep.
Yeah.
Wakes up. I'm up, but she's like talking to the skull. I just get one thing, which is exciting, but I get my cunning action. So I now, as a bonus action, can dash, disengage, or hide, which is very beneficial for a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Cool.
Oh,
Love
and
it.
I also rolled hit points, and I got a 7. So my hit points are now 15, which is much better.
Beefy. Cool. Rana?
I got the paladin's ability to cast now, so I can do some cool spells like Divine Smite. Actually, something I also get at level 2, but I can do like armor defense, Faith, I think it's called, which is pretty cool. And I also took a defensive fighting style, which is also nice. So it gives me lots and lots of AC, which is fun.
Cool.
So you're
Yeah.
going to be the tank.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sir Tanks a lot. Urine, what'd you get?
Looking. Urine got some hit points. He got a new level 1 spell. And then he got some other warlock stuff that apparently isn't on my sheet because I didn't save it properly.
Yay! Well, I'm gonna quickly run and use the washroom.
Yeah,
You can
so
look
you
at
get
that.
Eldritch Invocations. First off, you know
Yes.
3 spells. You have 2 spell slots, which is exciting.
Yes, I have another spell slot now. So I get my 3rd spell. And for that, I have that already written down because I took Comprehend Languages.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of utilitarian one. Urine has a
Definitely
lot
useful.
of language-based abilities. And I figured that's one of them. Like, if he doesn't know how to speak to something or understand something, like that we find or need to talk to, he can do it like next day. And then I'll just prepare my other 2 for doing the thingamabob.
Totally. I know a jerk that uses that all the time. Eldritch Invocations.
Yeah, and I had those picked out, so it's not going to take me long to find them. I just have to fucking find them. You know?
Ooh, Agonizing Blast. Add Charisma modifier to Eldritch Blast damage. Oh, there's a lot of invocations. Wow.
Yeah, there are. But I'm limited to the ones I can use because of
like prerequisites and
the
shit.
resource limitation.
Cool. So yeah, 2 cantrips known, 3 spells known, 2 spell slots, first level, 2 invocations. Dope.
Yeah. I took...
All right. So, Ned wakes y'all up. Everyone's feeling great. You learn new stuff. Everyone's stoked about the mission, and you head downstairs.
And I'm gonna sneak, and we're gonna sneak all the way down. So, it's been answered. It's been answered. Never mind.
What? What's your question?
Joe brought us to the basement. Or do we go through
Great question.
the fireplace? Because I have a tough. Oh, our internet just dipped.
Uh-oh.
Are we
Yeah.
out?
I think we're going
No,
out.
you guys are still here for us.
but
This is the part where...
but it stopped for a second, right?
No? Not on
Really?
our end.
Oh,
Not on my end, at least. You guys seemed completely...
it went red for a second, and we dropped 0.2 frames. We dropped 600 frames.
People need those frames.
Jeez.
need those frames. People didn't get to see me go. But now we're back to green. Oh,
All right.
anyone else get an internet dip? So I'm keeping an eye on it. It's 9:12. This is the time.
Great question. You guys should chat it out. Where do you want to come down?
I'm having a tough time understanding the logic of the trapdoor and the fireplace. Can anyone does anyone else have a better understanding of it than me?
The only advantage I can see of one versus the other is we have the fireplace trapped with a bucket.
Love that bucket.
And we don't have any way to like block the trapdoor on the first floor or alert it if it opens.
I mean, we could put something heavy on top of it. Question is, what possible... Okay, do we all agree that the two are most likely connected?
I think for sure. Like, I think it's a pretty 80% chance it's connected. It's pretty, makes
to
sense
me, the only real concern then about 2 points of entry would be A, which one do we want to go through vis-a-vis like which is sneakier, and B, if the option is they're gonna run away, then maybe we should find a way to block one exit if we want to like trap them in. You know what I mean? And truthfully, I think it'd probably be sneakier to go in a trapdoor than a fireplace, because I'm assuming the fireplace is going to be like...
Yeah, that's fair.
But I genuinely don't have a strong preference.
Are we the type of people that want to force a conflict, like to force the fight when we get in there? Like, if we block the one end, we know we're going to see whatever's there. Is that part of our job in clearing this place? Or is it enough to just like push whatever is here out, ransack whatever's can be ransacked and fight that thing another day?
Meta, because this is a module from the 80s, we're just going to fight everything. That's my feeling, at least. I don't think there's even going to be an option for like talking. I mean, Joe is a good enough GM that she would happily do that if there was even a little wiggle room, but I'm guessing more than anything this is just clear out the bandit den. I could be wrong, but
bandit den? What are you talking? Who said anything about a bandit den? No bandit den.
From day one I've been like, this is a fucking bandit den.
How preposterous.
Joe, how does the trapdoor open? It opens up, I imagine, right? Because why would a trapdoor open down? It'd be really hard to climb up a down trapdoor.
Could you imagine?
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, so we just got to put some heavy shit on top.
That was my thing.
Help me with... Yeah, let's just do that. I think that makes sense.
The only thing is, could that screw us?
Only if we need to escape that way. But I think as long as we're cleaning out things as we go through it, nothing's going to get... I don't know. I say we just leave it. I say we cover it. That's my vote.
What do you think?
I'm sorry. What was your thought, Rana?
I think we cover it. I think we cover it so that way if our job is to clear this out, then we'll make sure that nothing gets out of here before we bring it sweet justice.
I'm good with that. If we do that, then they don't have anywhere to run.
You know
if we go in through the trapdoor,
Ned
we can get out
We're
through.
level 2 now, so we really have nothing to fear.
You know what I'm going to do? Talia's like,
things?
how about this? Why don't I just tie it down and give it an option that if I can slip a blade up and slice it, then we can still get out. But they wouldn't know that. Like, I'm just thinking if we put a heavy rope, like weigh it down with 2 things and put a rope across it, it's going to not really open. But if you slit it, then the rope would cut. And then it's basically like blocked.
Put it this way. Any fucking around with a trap door, I'm going to make you guys roll stealth.
Oh, right.
And if there's anyone potentially in the vicinity who might be able to detect a bunch of scuffling and shit, then there's a chance that they're going to go and see what's up.
Right.
Yeah, but we could, if we're just dropping something heavy on it, they'll be like, oh, we can't get out this way. And then we'll run to the other door.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. What if we open this one and go through the other? What if
Why is that better?
Pull it, cause some ruckus here, and then go in the back door?
Yeah, well, why don't we cover it, and then go through the back door?
What?
Make some ruckus covering it, and then go through the back door.
Go through the fireplace door, you mean?
Yeah, drop something heavy on it, block it, and make them run to the back door. So we're just dropping and running.
Talia walks up to the fireplace. I just want to see the gears and see if it opens quietly. What?
This is
important.
Great. This is
I love...
You laugh, but you know how deadly this module could be.
So
I was nearly killed for looking in a well.
Yep. I think
shouldn't have.
I think it's okay to like go line by line when it does come out as no, we could
So
die.
true.
It's important.
I think one of my favorite things about DMing D&D is sitting back and watching players try to figure out how to not to die and like conspiring with each other about which like way they're gonna jump over the hole and the rope ladder they're gonna make together, and like all of the intricacies that the module has no way of preparing you for or telling you how to react to. And in your mind you're coming up with split-second decisions like, okay, if they do this then I'm gonna do this, or if they do this then I'm gonna do these two things. And it's just really fun to, in my mind, be like playing dodgeball with you guys a little bit as you're like scheming. I think it's really, really fun.
Well, regardless.
And I think
sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say one of the things that I've noticed like players do is they get into this thing called analysis paralysis, where they're trying to find the perfect decision.
Yeah.
And like as a DM in my games, like that perfect decision doesn't exist.
No. And that's
like,
fair.
And it really does just boil down to let's pick a plan that seems not stupid and move forward.
Well, and I think
we could go either way. I think the sneakier choice is to be going through the trap door, because I think opening a fireplace is going to be noisy.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So Talia's just looking at it. Does it look like the stone would be touching stone as it opens? You know what I mean? Like I feel like clearance wise it'd be easy to see scratch marks on concrete if it's something that goes.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to probably kick up some rumbling sounds.
Wonderful.
For sure.
Then I think we should open this and go through the back door.
You want to open the fireplace
and go through the trap door.
How are you going to do that? Because you're going to have to
run.
Okay.
Ned, good luck.
One person's going to go open the fireplace. The others are going to wait here or something. We could also just light a fire in the fireplace and then go through this way.
Well,
I don't know why. I think that'd be fun. Make them.
I mean, if it's not, it also might. I mean, it might not give us advantage. Regardless, I think it makes the most sense to go through the trapdoor because it is the quietest. So let's just do that then.
Trapdoor it is.
Cool. In an update, I did put my new things on my character sheet. I just put them in a section I didn't look at before.
Yay!
Yay! My two warlock hooplas I got grasping and forceful. So now my eldritch blasts can now pull creatures 10 feet or push them 10 feet.
That's pretty cool.
Fun. I like that.
And a bit of battlefield control.
That just makes me want to play Gloomhaven.
Tomorrow or Friday.
Cool. So the four of you are all on the ground floor, gathered around this trapdoor that you had unearthed the afternoon previous.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't have to do stealth rolls up to it, then sure.
No.
Okay.
You know where it is. You know to be doing tippy toes.
Because I had ideas to make us quieter if we did have to roll, but we're good then. Good.
What happens now?
I think I bend down and I do a perception to just listen. Mm-hmm. To hear what I hear. And that is a 10.
You hear nothing.
And I look to the others, and I say, in hand gestures only, that let's make this quick and show those bandit bastards no mercy.
What's the plan?
I think I'll slip down first because I'm the stealthiest, and I think it might make sense to be able to get into an advantageous position before revealing ourselves. And unfortunately, plate mail has a stealth disadvantage. So the minute they hear you, they're going to hear you. You know.
Mm-hmm. So you open this trapdoor all the way, or just a little bit?
I was thinking of checking for traps, but that might be overkill. So yeah, let's just open it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I take out the oil from my explorer's pack and I rub it on the hinges. And I open it up.
Roll a stealth check for me.
With advantage because I oiled the hinges?
Hell yeah.
That's pretty smart.
That's fucking smart.
Thank you.
It is.
Did you say thank you? Thank you.
That would be, with a stealth,
yeah.
That would be 25.
Nice.
I am a shadow.
You reveal a staircase leading down into a torchlit chamber. And that's all you can see by just opening it, a hand's width or so. Do you continue?
Sorry, say that again?
You reveal a staircase that leads down into a torch-lit chamber. So it's not dark down there. There's torchlight.
Yeah, I check for any sort of traps, specifically noise-making ones.
No noise-making traps.
Okay, then I head down.
Cool.
And I feel like, again, a few steps in, I would just say, if I make this signal, come running, but otherwise give me a minute of sort of a head advance, you know? I feel like that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, so you head down this staircase?
Yeah.
Awesome.
With Ned. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Ned comes
Just
with
kidding.
you?
No.
Just you.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm going to carry
I think
over.
I'm going to cast, Joe, before he goes down there, I'm going to try casting my new spell on him. Because why not? He's leading the way. And I'm going to, without him knowing, whisper under my breath and do Shield of Faith on Talia.
Oh.
Which is a shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature. So she would see that field, I guess, and creates of your choice within range, gaining +2 bonus to AC for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes.
Cool. That's concentration, right?
It is.
That's right, yeah.
Understood. Talia, you are surrounded.
Well, I feel
by
like I would
this-
like stop and I'd look back and I'd be like, thank you. And then she'll keep going.
Sick.
I've
You
disappeared. I'm invisible now.
head down into this chamber.
Whoa. Ah, hello. I recognize you, connecting room.
One more thing. Don't move down too far just yet. I'm carrying over your stealth check, as I am wont to do.
10 beds down here. Rut-row.
So you see that this chamber was probably once a large cellar, but it has since been converted into living quarters. 10 crude beds stand along the south wall, each with a wooden locker at its foot. There's a long wooden trestle table ringed by rickety stools that's dominating the center of this room. Metal cutlery, cups, dirty plates sit atop the table. It looks like there was a meal that happened here very recently. There's a cook stove that's installed near the table, and you can tell that it is what was on the other side of this rigged door. So it's like a stove on one side, fireplace on the other side, and it
And like rotates?
Yeah, it, like,
That's
turns.
so funny. Put the candle back.
There's a large ham that hangs from a loop of twine near the stove, and you see the back of a man, a human man, as he is walking around the table picking up dishes. He's got his back to you, but he won't for long.
Interesting.
What do you do?
Should we kite this guy? Just like fire and then move back and then fire and then like what if we just go outside and like use the woods? You know what I mean? It's a big open space. That'd be cheap. Chris, you're muted.
Your call.
Oh.
I don't think so. Like, if we really wanted to do it like in a cheaper way, we just set the house on fire and come back in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's true. We've done
See
that in
what
Call of
goes.
Cthulhu too many times. I think just to get a visual, is these sort of things next door, are they barrels? Can I hide behind them?
I don't know what that is. Yeah, they're barrels.
I think what Talia would do then is she would just lower herself off the side of the stairs and hide behind those.
I like that. Okay.
And sort of just watch the scene for a moment. I mean, they know to wait a minute. I have Shield of Faith for 10.
Did you guys close the trap door after Talia went in, or did you leave it open?
I think we'd probably leave it open.
Okay.
I mean,
it's dark. They're not going to be able to see out of it.
there
maybe.
you go. Brilliant reason we did this at night. There's no light.
And I think we're also kind of gazing down to like wait and see if she gives us any kind of signal.
Actually, yeah. So maybe.
But you see Talia hops down off of the stairs.
Yeah, and I think I would she'd pull at her bow and just ready it, and then maybe look towards you guys. And I mean, ultimately, we might as well move down, try to be as stealthy, and then get into a position where we can attack all at once.
Roll another stealth check for me, Talia, as you hide.
Sure. 17.
Excellent. You hop down and hide behind these barrels. There's like a rolled up, gross old tapestry and just a couple of rotten barrels. You watch as this man walks around the perimeter of this table. He's like muttering to himself, surly dude, and he picks up a cup of wine that's half drunk and he swigs the remains as he's like gathering stuff, and he's emptying these dirty dishes into a big cistern that's near to the stove, and it looks like he's just continuing to clean these dishes as you watch. Doesn't seem to have detected you.
Yeah, and I'm just ready.
Harlan, would your character notice the fireplace and think to yourself, that's the other side? Like,
I mean,
might you...
I don't know, probably not. Actually, you know what? I probably would, because one of the things about me is I'm a wanderer. I have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and I can always recall general layout of terrain. So it's like kind of one of the specific things that my character's background covers.
That makes sense. What happens
So
next?
just thinking maybe strategically, you'd be like, okay, you go around the other way, and we'll cut them off in the middle. Like if I run in this way, swinging my sword like crazy, and you just pop out from nowhere and get them in the back of the head.
To me, the best situation would be to try to get down here, all three of us stealthy, which is not impossible, and then I'll attack at once to do a surprise attack. But regardless, I have my bow trained, ready for when he is alerted to fire. So I feel like I'm sort of setting myself up to do the first hit.
So you're going to ready an action that if this dude seems to have detected you, you're going to hit him with an arrow.